Hi there, welcome to kneppyinvests. Time for a technical update. And in this technical update series, and I tend to release these videos on a Sunday, I look at charts and really just focus on charts and technicals. So if you don't like that sort of thing, and there are some investors who don't look at charts at all, whatever floats your boat, this is probably not the video for you. But I have learned over time, learning to read charts is really important. So I just won't buy into high quality companies, not caring about the chart, not caring about the trend of the share price. I also try to focus on looking for those companies who might be low quality, whose share price is breaking out and has just moved into an uptrend. And in today's video, we will be featuring, or I will be featuring, 7 companies on the ASX whose charts look really interesting right now for various reasons. For instance, a few companies share price is right now at all-time highs, at least 6-month highs, and possibly the share price is breaking out, including A2M. So what are the other 6 companies I'll be featuring in today's video? Those companies include Mesoblast, a bit of a blast from the past. I haven't done a video on Mesoblast for about 2 years. However, just by looking at the chart for Mesoblast, it is starting to look way more interesting than it has in the past 2 years. XTEK and Neuren Pharmaceuticals, if you do follow my channel, you probably will have noticed those 2 companies being mentioned either in these type of videos or in other videos, because both of those charts look absolutely phenomenal right now, particularly Neuren Pharmaceuticals, one of the best looking charts on the ASX that is not a coal company or possibly even a lithium company. Life 360 share price had been a downtrend, but it does look like potentially that share price of that company is breaking out. XRF Scientific released some good news during the week, and that share price of that company is now at an all-time high. And Syrah Technologies, it does look like potentially the share price of that company is breaking out, and the share price of Syrah is now at a multi-year high. First company I will look at is A2M, and this is the daily chart for the company going back to June 2021. And from really May 2020, or actually it was about August 2020, all the way through to August 2022, the share price of A2M was in a well-defined downtrend. You just saw the share price of this company keep on falling. The share price remained consistently below the 100-day moving average. And anytime we saw the share price try to get above the 100-day moving average, we saw a lot of selling coming in, and that's why the share price didn't remain above that moving average for very long. So I was waiting for a sign for a bit of a shift in sentiment around this company. And the first sign, and notable sign, realistic sign, came at around the start of August. We saw the share price shoot up, and the share price remained above the 100-day moving average for the rest of August, leading up to the release of their financial year results. And those financial year results were released on the 29th of August, and they were positive. And that's why we saw the share price shoot up on the back of those results. The share price went all the way up to about $6, and $6 is a pretty good resistance level for the company. And then we have seen the share price pull back, but the share price has remained above the 100-day moving average. Not only that, we have seen a crossover in the moving averages. So in a downtrend, what you'll see is the 100-day moving average is the highest moving average. And then when you just see that crossover, the shorter term moving averages go above the longer term 100-day moving average. And we saw that towards the end of August into the start of September. And more importantly, the share price has remained above the longer term moving averages. Now, I'm neither bullish nor bearish on A2M. I'm fairly neutral, because what I want to see is confirmation the share price of A2M is moving into an uptrend. And to get that confirmation, I want to see the share price get above that $6 level, which is a resistance level. So if the share price of A2M can break through resistance, preferably on some good news, so I think the market and I am waiting for some good news to be released from A2M. I think the share price will just go sideways from here. So in a sort of consolidation pattern. So I'm looking for $6 to be broken. And if I do see $6 broken, I might take a position in this cable, add to my position in this company. Then the next level I want to see broken is $7.50 because that's the next strong resistance level. And if we see $7.50 broken, I think definitely the share price of A2 Milk will be in an uptrend at that point in time. And more than likely, if the share price of A2 Milk is in an uptrend, that means there is some good news driving the share price of this company higher. Next company I'll look at is XRF Scientific, still a fairly small company on the ASX with a market cap less than 100 million, but this company is profitable and the company's momentum in the share price has continued ever since 2020 during the COVID-19 financial panic. So I've extended this chart to go just beyond the March 2020 period because I just want to show you that COVID-19 financial panic blip in XRF's share price has been dwarfed by what has happened since, because the share price during that blip fell from about 27.5 cents down to a low of 12.5 cents. So that was a significant drop in XRF's share price. However, the share price has significantly rallied from then, and right now the share price is at an all-time high at 80 cents. And if you look at the last 3 trading days, the share price has really taken off. And that's because the company released a quarterly trading report, and this was a favorable trading report. So they released their revenue and profit before tax for the quarter, and revenue was 12.6 million, profit before tax was 2.4 million, and those had risen by between 32 and 45% from the previous year. So it does look like right now we have seen a breakout in XRF's share price because we are at all-time highs. And when a share price is at an all-time high, that means there's absolutely no resistance for the share price of the company to keep moving up. There's no holders in XRF right now who are in the red by holding this company for the long term. So these are the sort of companies you want to own who are growing and growing fairly well, and they're still not valued that highly. XRF's market cap is not that high right now. So this is could be a wonderful company to maybe do a little bit more research on and possibly own and put into your long-term portfolio. Next company I'll look at is Syrah Technologies, and this is a weekly chart for the company going back to the start of 2016. And in, say, May or June 2016, share price reached a high of $6.40. And if you're a high shareholder of this company, from then all the way through to the COVID-19 financial panic, you suffered a lot because the share price of this company fell from $6.40 all the way down to 20 cents. However, the tides have turned for this company, and I'll call it right now, the share price of Syrah Technologies is right now in a long-term uptrend, with the share price moving up from 20 cents to a current share price of $2.20. So Syrah Technologies is in the right space now. They are a natural graphite and active anode material supplier, and I think they might be one of the largest graphite producers in the world. Now, over the last few weeks, they have released a few updates in regards to one of their mines, Balama, maybe it's the only mine, that's in Mozambique, and there has been a lot of industrial action around that mine. Now, there was a little bit of negative sentiment in regards to those updates. However, on the 20th of October, the company did release a few positive updates, including entering into an MOU with LG Energy Solutions, and they have been selected for up to $220 million US grant. So it's interesting, the wording of that announcement, up to $220 million US dollars. So it could be $5 million US dollars, or it could be just 5 million or $5 US dollars. So anyway, the market did react to those two announcements. They also released their quarterly report on the 20th of October. So there were 5 announcements over a 5-minute period, because they also released a Balama update. But overall, the market reacted to those updates, those announcements, quite positively, and we have seen it break out in the share price on the back of these announcements. Share price finished the week at $2.20, and the last time the share price of Syrah Resources was $2.20 was all the way back to around about, we'll say, September of 2018. So we are right now at a 4-year high for Syrah Technologies. Next company I want to look at is XTEK, and I have done a few videos on this company because this company has absolutely hit it out of the park during the past, we'll say, 7, 8 months since March, since Russia invaded Ukraine, because what this company does, or one of the things they do, is specialistic ballistic armor, and more defense agencies want more and more ballistic armor. So this company has done wonderfully well over the past 8 months, and that is reflected in the chart. Share price of this company just keeps on moving up in a well-defined uptrend, and the share price did close at 57 cents, which is a multi-year high. So last time we saw the share price this high was way back in, say, we'll say April, May of 2021. And there's no end in sight to the share price rising from here, because I wouldn't argue that this company is overvalued right now. When the share price got to its low of about 16 cents back in February, I think the market cap of this company was significantly undervalued, particularly around the potential of this company. So right now, I think there is a lot more further for this company's share price to run from here, even though share price has significantly risen over the past 8 to 9 months. On to Life 360. Now, this company's valuation is quite high right now. It's not profitable, operating cash flow positive or free cash flow positive. Market cap $1.18 billion, but this company's revenue has been growing at a significant great rate over the past few years. But because this was one of those non-profitable tech companies, we had seen the share price come back or pull back a fair bit from its highs. So this is, I think, the daily chart going all the way back to about September 2021. Share price did reach a high of $14, or just shy of $14 back in November last year, and then pulled all the way back to $2.50 back in June of this year. So remember that weakness in the markets in June, that's when Life 360's share price did come to its low. But the share price and the sentiment around this company has shifted since those June lows. The share price has rallied from $2.50 to about $6.50 now. It does look like, just based off the chart, with the shift in sentiment and the trend in the share price moving into an uptrend, and the share price around about, we'll say last time share price was this high was around about February, so that is 8 months ago, and that is one of the things I look for, is at least a 6-month high in the share price. Now, they did release some interesting news on the 21st in regards to changes to monthly prices. So they have increased some of their prices, and based off just some of their financials they have released over the past few months, it's been fairly positive, and that's why the market has become, I won't say enamored in Life 360 again, but that negative sentiment we did see driving the share price down from $14 to $2.50 has now shifted, and there's a little bit more positive sentiment in regards to Life 360 right now. If the share price can get above $6.50 and is shy of that right now, that would be a positive sign moving forward for this company. But it's looking good for Life 360, and I'm pretty sure shareholders of this company would be happy with what's been happening with Life 360 share price over the past few months. Next company I want to look at is Neuren Pharmaceuticals, and you should know, if you know anything about me, I am really bullish on this company, and I took a position in Neuro Pharmaceuticals back in December last year when the share price had risen over 100% in one day. A lot of investors would struggle to buy in a company when the share price does rise over 100% in one day. You can see that massive breakout on massive volume in December, and that was a breakout, the very definition of a breakout, and the share price has just kept on going higher. So I bought into this company at around about $2.80, $2.90, and the share price right now is $7.60. So this has already become a multi-bagger for me, and I think there is way more for this company's share price to run from here. And the reason why the share price keeps going up is because there would be more fund managers who have a look at the potential of this company and the amount of money that's going to be coming in to Neuren Pharmaceuticals over the next few years. And that potential is fairly high just based off the numbers they have given us. And I think once these fund managers crunch the numbers, they go, whoa, even at the current valuations, this might be fairly lowly or lowly valued right now. Now, on the 20th of October, Neuren Pharmaceuticals did receive a $10 million milestone payment. And really, when you think of $10 million, that's going to, when they receive further payments in the next few years, that's going to dwarf this $10 million. So right now, Neuren Pharmaceuticals aren't bringing in any revenue. It's just all the potential revenue they will be bringing in over the next few years. So that's why the share price is going up higher. And this is one of the best looking charts on the ASX, not coal companies or lithium companies. But again, you won't see many companies' share price in this sort of bear market that are just consistently moving up. And this is one of the exceptions. Last company I want to look at is a bit of a blast from the past, Mesoblast, the regenerative medicine company. I did a few videos on this company back towards the end of 2020 into the start of 2021. I thought if they just had one bit of positive news, the share price back then was around about $4 or $5. They could maintain that share price. Unfortunately, there was just a flurry of negative news released from the company, and that's why the share price fell from $5, I think it was higher, might have been even close to $6, all the way down to less than $1. Now, $1 was a really strong support level for this company, and unfortunately, that support level was broken in June. In fact, the share price fell from $1 all the way down to 63 cents in about 1 month of trading because that support level was broken. However, we have seen the share price rebound since then. Not only have we seen the share price rebound, there are hints that sentiment in this company is starting to shift around. And just like A2M, anytime the share price of Mesoblast got above the 100-day moving average, I'm talking about over the last 2 years, the share price struggled to remain above that. We saw that back in June last year. You see the share price get above 100-day moving average on one day and then fall back. And then back in November last year, share price remained above the 100-day moving average for about 2 days and then fell back from there. And then recently, over the past, say, 4 or 5 months, we have again seen the share price of this company struggle to get above that and remain above that 100-day moving average until about 3 weeks ago. When the share price rallied, share price got above the 100-day moving average. Not only that, the share price went above that $1 resistance level. Now, it struggled to remain above that $1 resistance level. So I want to see the share price get it back above the $1 level and remain above that $1 level and then rally to, say, $1.10, $1.15. If we see that happen, and if we see some further positive news, now I won't say some of the market sensitive news they have released in the past month or so has been positive. There was one potential positive news, submits new information to FDA IND file for SYR AGVHD. Not sure that could be considered positive news, but if we do see this company release some positive news, I think the share price could rally from here. And that could be an interesting time to take a position in this company. That's all I have for this technical update, 23rd of October 2022, looking at A2M and 6 other companies on the ASX that are looking interesting for different reasons. If you have any thoughts, any concerns, any questions, just leave them in the comment section of this video. Otherwise, I'm not a financial advisor. If you do need financial advice, make sure you seek out someone who is qualified and can speak to your own financial needs. That's it for this video. Have a good day. Bye.